Hi guys. So for today's reading, we're going to be looking into what is going to be coming soon financially for you. So we have 3 piles today. Pile 1, 2, 3. Take a moment to get in touch with your intuition and your higher self and pick the pile that you feel most drawn to. And if you guys would like to get a personal reading, then you can find my information in the description box below. And also thank you guys so much for donating to my channel through my Amazon wish list, PayPal, Cash App, and the Super Thanks stickers. I really appreciate you guys doing that for me. And I also really appreciate anybody who likes, shares, comments, and subscribes. All of you guys who support my channel in whatever way you do, thank you for that. And it really does help me out so much. I appreciate you guys. And let's get started with pile 1. So for pile 1, for you guys, what is coming in the near future financially for you? Financial freedom. 1972 could have something to do with something. United States of America. E pluribus unum. $1. Seeing things from a much higher perspective than you have in the past is going to be a very common theme for you in the near future. You could see a cat as well, possibly even a black cat. Oh, by the way, it's Friday the 13th this Friday. This is a timeless reading, but happy Friday the 13th, guys. You may be noticing as well that something you thought was golden may be tarnished a bit and kind of not as good as you thought it was going to be as far as something goes in your life. But about that same time, there's going to be a lot of financial joy and reassurance coming in. There's going to be a lot of stability coming in for you. Some sort of leadership role that you have stepped into. Maybe you've been promoted, or maybe you have chosen to go on your own path. But if it's going into like business for yourself or something, this is something you've been working on for a very long time at this point, and now it is time for it to level up and upgrade, and there's going to be a lot of stability and success pouring into your life at this time. Someone may lose their hair too. You are definitely guided and protected at this time. The angels are surrounding you now. Your ancestors are with you as well. There may be something here, too, about looking into or delving into your roots in some sort of way. Looking what's underneath. And also really tapping into the strength that you have inside yourself and the strength that your ancestors give you as they stand behind you in your corner. Tell them thank you. Remember to bring them little trinkets or gifts. Flowers are nice. It depends on, what did they like when they were alive. And bring them something that they would have liked. Weed, a drink, dragonfly. So you bring life to this world. Right now, I also feel like you may feel very disconnected from the world, or like the world just has not been there for you, like you've just been floating around by yourself. You know those little helicopter leaves that fly off the trees and they spin in circles all the way to the ground? You may be feeling a little bit dizzy, or you may be feeling like it's never going to stop, or like it's hopeless, things like that. You may be having a very hard time right now, harder than usual, dealing with your finances. There may actually be some new people that have come into your life. Some of them could have been really draining you as well. And those ones you definitely want to make sure to get rid of, to move away from, to cut cords with as well. You might want to do a cord cutting session to make sure that the cords are cut from you and those people, so that those people aren't continuously drawing on your energy. Free yourself from that energy. And I feel like there's also some other new people that may have come into your life. 4:44 was on the clock right now. Strength and stability in your passion. And celebrating your victories is what is going to help you to be able to make it to the next level. There is a strong, solid, stable foundation that you have built for yourself, and it has finally gotten to the point that it is strong enough to stand on. But now you're going to have to build your house right over the top of that. Some of you could actually be building a house as well. There are some other people, though, that came into your life that have really been a godsend for you during some of your most depressed moments recently. They may have spent some extra time with you, or they may have made sure you weren't alone, or they may have talked to you a little bit extra. And this could have really helped you in some sort of way. You may be going back and forth between whether or not these people are a good thing in your life, or whether or not these people are a bad thing in your life. Every person is going to be both. The times that they really hurt you, though, when they just have the normal variety, bad habits, or low energy occasionally, they may have a few depressed days here and there too, just like you're having now. And, you know, if you can't handle me at the worst, then you shouldn't be able to have me at the best, and that goes both ways. So remember to really find your peace and your center before making any kind of decisions when it comes to this situation. And make sure that you're expressing things that hurt you or things that make you feel bad. Make sure you're letting people know what you need or what you want in the situation, and that you guys are communicating about those things. Make sure that they're communicating about those things too. And that's really going to help you to feel a lot better as well. You may be very unsure about what decision to make right now. You're not being called to make a decision in the situation with the people around you that are good for you. You're not meant to make that decision right this minute. You're meant to let it ride out, see where it goes, and allow things to flow the way they're going to flow. At the end of the day, things are going to play out the way they're meant to, and we're not meant to know everything that's supposed to happen. And you may be feeling like you're really out of control like right now, and it may be causing you a lot of anxiety, a lot of stress, maybe even some sleepless nights as well. King and Queen. There is definitely abundance and fertility coming your way. You bring life and light to somebody very dear and near to your heart as well. For some of you, this could be a child of yours. This child of yours may be celebrating your victories as well and really cheering you on. And if you have more than one children, they are all doing this. There's a lot of magic going on right now. Moonlight Scorpio. Oh, and now I got... Do you believe in magic in a young girl's heart? Da 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 da. So you could be dealing with a lot of spiritual warfare coming your way as well from people that are just really sending you that nasty negative energy because they're saying nasty things about you, or they're spreading malicious rumors and lies and gossip about you to distract you, to throw you off your path, to delay you with what you're doing or where you're going. And these people are very bitter, jealous, envious. There's a lot of nastiness being directed at you because you have not broken yet, and they cannot break you. You are very protected, very divinely guided, and you have very pure magic and very pure intentions inside of you. And these pure intentions that you have and this beauty that you shine on the world around you, this colorful energy, is spreading like a wildfire. And there are people that are wanting to pay you for your services. They are noticing you, seeing you, and appreciating. You might even have somebody around you that is trying to make a lot of extra people aware of your services so that they can help you out in some sort of way. But that may also be a double-edged sword, because you may not spread a whole lot of your business in the town that you live in because they may be attacking you there, and that's all you've seen from this space that you're in. And so that may be pushing your anxiety a little overboard too. But just remember that it doesn't matter what anybody's thinking about you, saying about you, anything like that. What matters most is that you got somebody who loves you enough to want to help you and support you and care about you and hold you when you're crying and text you and check up on you. You got some good people around you. So make sure that you're paying attention to those people. Make sure that you are spreading that same joy too. And that positivity is going to come back to you. Triple moon. Embracing all aspects of yourself, the divine and the earthly. Larry just came out to you. Larry the snail. Wasn't Larry the snail Gary's evil twin? There could be somebody that is actually like a evil twin. It could also be too that if there is that, the one that looks like the good one is not. This could even be somebody tried to make you out to be something very evil. Now I'm getting robot stuff. Okay. Or like a lookalike, a doppelganger robot. They make some very, very realistic robots these days. You never know. And if you're traveling in circles where there's enough money in it, there could be something like that going on. But I would almost guarantee it's either somebody who's extremely technologically smart or somebody who has a lot of money. So, make sure that you are not, if that doesn't resonate with you, that doesn't resonate with you. But there could definitely be somebody around you that is spreading malicious lies, rumors, and gossip. And that's okay. You also need to remember that you are not a god. You are divine. That energy runs through you. It flows through you. Personally, I believe in my ancestors all the way back to the first man and woman. Those are my divine beings. And they watch over us, all of them. They watch over us. Especially when we reach out to them and ask for that help, when we give them a thank you, when we show them that they're appreciated, because they are appreciated. We also need to thank them for this reading right now, helping you to find it, helping me to be able to express in a way that you could understand. Remember to show your gratitude. Remember to really focus on the good things you have in front of you, and also remember to ground yourself. Remember that you can't just fly off into space forever. You got to be here on Earth too. So remember to ground yourself, and remember to take care of the things that you need to take care of, even with the extra spiritual gifts that are coming to you, because I feel like there's a lot of that coming in as well. Dragonfly, yes, I knew that was going to come out. You bring light to the world. You bring the world to life around you. You bring joy and happiness and love, kindness, care, compassion. You are like a guardian angel to a lot of people around you in their lives. It's a Wonderful Life is coming to mind. And you just may not be seeing it right now, but your vision is going to clear up soon enough. I feel like there are some, prayers, meditation, saging, cleansing yourself, Palo Santo, whatever it is that you want to use, crystals, to be able to heal this energy and to be able to find that grounded energy inside of you is going to help immensely. Friendship and fear and anxiety over that connection. That's what I was saying earlier. You might be a little bit nervous and unsure of whether or not you should be taking these steps and feeling like, oh, I can't believe I'm letting this happen. Maybe I shouldn't be letting this happen, and I don't know what's going on here. But it's all okay. Just take a deep breath. And allow all that negative energy, all the lower vibrational entities, all the black magic, all the evil eye, get it all out of here. Send it all back if that's what you do. Transmute it all into energy for you, which may be where that money's coming from and what I like to do the most. Or there was a third one. I don't remember what it was, but there was a third one. So yeah, there's this energy though of really needing to maintain peace with what's going on. When you need to fight, you do it. When you have to swim upstream, you do it. Knowing when to do that and when to just go with the flow and allow it to push you and take you where you're going is going to be very important. When salmon go to mate, they swim upstream all the way to the ocean, I think. And then when they're done with mating season, they lay in the water and it takes them back down. They don't even really got to do anything on the way back down. They do got to fight to get there, but then they really don't got to do much on the way back down. So that could be what this is too, is you are on the downside of the other side of that mountain before you finally hit that treasure trove at the bottom. And it's going to take a curious nature. It's going to take that lighthearted, youthful energy, that playful, fun, sassy, flirty energy. It's going to take that go with the flow energy and that adaptable, flexible energy. Trying not to get into that greedy, clingy energy or that needing it too much or holding on too tightly. Just let it go. Let it go and it will come back to you. We got the dragonfly twice here. A reconciliation could definitely be happening in some of your friendships or connections or with possibly your children as well. There could be a reconciliation that's happening. There could be a coming back together or peace being made in these situations. You are definitely bringing light to yourself. You may also be doing rituals, not just for you, but you may be doing rituals to protect and take care of a lot of the people around you, including your children. You may even be praying for a lot of your enemies or even doing rituals to help them as well. And you are doing an amazing job. You are definitely somebody very light, very pure, very beautiful. You're an amazing person. And I hope you know that about you. Don't be afraid. Know that the universe has so many beautiful, amazing blessings, abundant blessings right in front of you, just around the river bend. I look once more, just around the river bend, beyond the shore where the doves fly free. Don't know what for. For one of you, it may actually be that this is right in front of you. And you're being told there is no more looking around the river bend. You're where you're supposed to be. Accept it, open your eyes and see, because it's right fucking in front of you that there is somebody who has chosen not to throw you in the trash when everyone else has. There may even be a couple people in your life, and you may actually be worried because some of you, this could actually be like, say, two people of the opposite sex, or, even if it's the same sex, then it might be they're gay, or whatever the case may be. And you may be dating one of them, but you may not see the other one in that way. And it may be very hard trying to convince them of that. And you may have been trying to for a while. And it may be something that is really bothering you at this point, because you may be worried that you're going to lose the person that you love because they can't handle the fact that they can't be more than that with you. And I think it's time to drop that too, because I feel like this person is getting it now. They may be hurting and they may be upset about that, but they're getting it now. And because they are so willing to let it go and wash their hands in that way, they're going to find something beautiful right around their next river bend too. But they're going to have to let go of this. They're going to have to let go of this neediness and clinginess too. It could even be the person that you're dealing with could be very codependent as well. They could have addictions, or they could be holding on to you so tightly that they're doing this like hot and cold dance with you, and they're very anxious and unsure of what's going to happen. So they're really on guard around you and, trying to watch their moves around you, or trying really hard to, act like they're not as interested in you as what they are. And they're going to fuck it all up if they don't stop it, because you know what? That's not cool to act like you don't like somebody. To play those kind of games is not cool. To act like you don't like somebody, all that does is ruin your own chances. So if that's you, make sure that you aren't doing that either. And you know what? There was one time that I did do that. And you could try to justify it. You could try to say he deserved it. And you know what? He did a lot of really fucked up shit to me. And that's the only thing I did to him. After it was all said, done, and over with, and he wasn't talking to me at all, I walked in the place several times, right past him, and pretended like I didn't even see him. I felt the fucking hurt resonating, just fucking radiating off of him, radiating. And the couple times that he caught my eye and we caught eyes for a second, he was so sad and miserable. Probably feeling guilty. Probably feeling like he had really something to be ashamed about or something. I don't know. And now, I know better. That's how you learn, right? So anyway, You guys are definitely going to be walking into a mainstream of abundance. Something is really paying off for you, your dedication, your hard work, your persistence. And I feel like a lot of you betting on yourself and going after a creative pursuit or passion is definitely going to be something. And there may even be somebody who passed away as well. And they may have left a nest egg for you in some sort of way where they wanted to make sure you were protected and looked after when you passed away. Somebody might have actually got bitter or jealous over that as well and could have even tried to hide it from you. So, pile 2 for you guys. Let's see. Victoria. Victoria. Cerveza. Cerveceria Modelo. Somebody could be learning Spanish here. Somebody could be learning other different languages here, and this is going to help you to be able to advance in what you're doing. Try not to allow those pursuits to be shallow or superficial. And you know what? You can only work on so many different things at one time, and you got to figure out which ones are the most important to you and which ones aren't. Don't let yourself be dragged down or brought down or held back from doing the things that you feel like you should be doing for you in your life, or to help you increase your skills in some sort of way or spot. But also remember that you do have people who care for you and support you, people who are there for you. Make sure that you do not completely pull yourself away from these people while you're working on what you're working on. Yes, you're going to be very busy, but you want to make sure to still message them or still say hi once in a while, or whatever the case may be. See, that's what I'm fucking busy doing. Oh. So, you could be thinking right now, I'm already doing that. What are you talking about? I've been balancing everything so great. Some of you might actually be getting ready to have a bit of a burnout as well. You may be exploring your options a lot too, as far as like what works for you and what doesn't as far as work goes. You could definitely be exploring some different religious topics or things, and maybe even really looking into that and learning more about it. Some of you could be going into some sort of spiritual leadership type of work. A rose by any other name does smell sweet. It doesn't matter what your name is. You are beautiful regardless of what your name is, regardless of what you choose to make your brand, regardless of what you choose to be representative of you. Your name. Your name. 12 Angry Men. Spirited Away. Somebody may be really pissed off at you. Somebody could have told somebody that you were responsible for something that you weren't responsible for. There could even be some sort of videotapes or something as well that could be coming out in some sort of way. You could actually be getting ready to run into some sort of court case that you end up having against people, where you end up winning. You may even be winning the right to use the name that you have had since the beginning. Somebody may not like you using their name, or somebody may not like the name you're using. Say it's like a name you got from your husband, now you're divorced, or from your wife and now you're divorced. Victoria from Corpse Bride is coming to mind now too. Somebody might have actually, somebody might have murdered a wife. Paul. Somebody might have murdered a wife in the past. Somebody may be getting ready to now. Rose. Rose Dawson just came to mind. Yeah, if I can't have you, then nobody can. Somebody very jealous, possessive, controlling. Somebody might actually even get that on videotape as well. And this person could have been really trying to say that you were the bad guy this whole time and scapegoating you to everybody. And now everybody's going to be seeing what they've been doing this whole time, what you've been going through. It may have been a really long time since this person has been able to let off steam in any way about what's been going on between you guys. So it's been building and building and building, and then it's just going to fucking blow up all over everybody. That could be something like that too. Prosperity, a prosperous business with riches and success. What was in that first one then? Oh, dragonfly. When I first flipped over the dragonfly card in the first one, I thought it was actually the prosperity one until I read it, which is why I had to stop and see that. So there's a lot of prosperity coming your way. For some of you, it could have something to do with like people sending you donations or something like that because of what happened. Acid. People sending you donations because of what happened, or people wanting to support you in the path you're choosing to take, or wanting to support you in what you're doing. And there could also be somebody who actually ends up like tailing you for a minute so that they can record what's going on, so people know what's going on. The motivation to keep going despite the odds. Somebody might have actually even blackmailed somebody in some situation. Anchor, there's a boat taking off. Maybe somebody's going on a cruise. Mexico. Sonia. Something to do with someone's head. This could have something to do with somebody may have went to see family, or somebody may have actually there could have been a switching thing going on, like a kind of like the movie Switched at Birth or something. I don't know. 9 of Swords, 2 of Swords, Nightingale, the Crow. You may be dealing with a lot of fear right now, a lot of anxiety. You may have these constant thoughts and ideas coming to you. There may be a lot of people trying to connect with you telepathically. There may be people sending a lot of spiritual warfare your way. You could definitely have people that are attacking you with spiritual warfare. It may even be your own sister, for some of you. For some of you, it could be someone who passed away that is jealous of you. I don't know. I feel they have a higher perspective from over there, so it changes things. I don't know. So anyway, there's definitely a lot trying to get in and like take over. And you may be feeling really just in despair. You may be feeling like your protectors and your guides can't get to you or can't reach you to be able to help you as well. Maybe you aren't hearing their messages clearly because it's like there's a window closed in between you with all these screeching bats over your head. You may have even thought that you were stronger than you were in a certain situation and ended up finding out a bit different. So some of you may have been humbled in some sort of way. And it could be that somebody else is getting humbled right now because all that energy that they sent to you is going directly back to them. And they aren't going to know what to do. They're going to be hurting. They're going to be in pain. They're going to be really feeling like everyone's out to get them and everyone's attacking them. And this is how they wanted you to feel. For some reason, they are very jealous over you. Very jealous over you. And really feeling like you stole the spotlight or the attention. Maybe this person has spent their entire life with a lot of weight on their shoulders. Ooh, pressure from Encanto. Surface pressure. I feel the pressure. Dee. So this person may actually be very jealous or very bitter about you succeeding in something that you're doing and expressing your truth. Maybe in you remembering your truth. They may actually even feel upset somehow over you remembering your truth or giving your pain and abuse a purpose and being able to express that and spread that to the world, this could be somebody who spent a long time trying to please a parent and trying to make them happy by going after what they wanted them to go after. They may have been working really hard, going to school, and now you're the one who's going to be getting the prosperity at the end of it because they didn't actually quite finish college when they got in there. And so you decided to drop out in high school, and you might have even taken care of this child. You might have done things a mother would have done for this child. Maybe you left and they felt like they lost almost a mother when they really needed you. Taking a moment to say sorry to some people myself. They could have had to face a lot by themselves and they didn't know what to do. You're now at peace, and now they're in that chaos that they wanted you to be in. You could have even been homeless, and they could have called that on you. You could have even been without food, and they could have called that on you. Stuck in your mind, constantly overthinking everything, and they sent that to you. They may have been wanting you to feel like you were never going to find a safe place to be. And maybe that's because they didn't feel safe, because maybe they felt like you abandoned them somewhere. And they were able to get hurt and broken because of you. And that wasn't your fault. I feel like it was a circumstance where there was really nothing that you could do in that situation. And they needed to be able to take care of themselves, and you had to be able to take care of yourself, because maybe it was like a foster care situation or like a situation where something like that. Could have even been that you moved out of the house and you left home and you took off and you didn't come back. Either way, what they put out there, when it comes to crows remember what you do for them or what you do against them. And they will remember for generations to come what you did for them or against them. So this is something that maybe is a very strong generational curse inside of your family. This dynamic between siblings. And it's time to bring this to peace. It's time to pray for this person to get better because you love your fucking sibling. And yes, that bitch or that asshole hurt you and they fucked you over. They destroyed your life. They made your life crazy, whatever the case may be. It's over now. It's over and you're at peace now. But they aren't. And I realize that yes, karmic laws entail that we balance the scales. But I don't have a bloodlust about it when we balance those scales. Yes, I realize that I do have a shadow side, and there are certain things and certain positions that I could find myself in where I might actually kill somebody, but would only ever be in defense of myself or those that I love. It's the only way it would ever happen. But I will pray for the people who hurt me. And you know what? I know I use a lot of Christian references, even though I'm not a Christian. I know a lot of Christian references and quotes, a lot more than I do some of the other religions. I do know some of the things about those, and I've explored a little bit of each one. It hasn't been a super deep exploration. Recently, I used to explore a lot on it. Before, during, and after Christianity, I explored a lot on it and made my own decisions based off of what I felt. And, you know, it could even be that you're at peace making your own decisions based off of what you felt. To really keep going and persevere, the motivation to keep going despite the odds You're finding it right now, and you're finding that peace again, that calm again, that soothing energy again. You're able to sing again. You're able to dance again, and prosperity is rolling in. A prosperous business with riches and success. Maybe even a beautiful family life or a new relationship as well. There's going to be, for some of you guys, there's going to be singing involved in whatever it is that's making you money. You might actually even be doing something like traveling around and singing with a guitar or with drums, or even like spoons, or like a xylophone, or accordion, or whatever it is. You may even be traveling around and doing magic tricks. You may even be doing fire throwing. You may be doing there's all kinds of things that you could be doing with traveling around, and that could be something that you're going to be doing as well, and that could be bringing you a lot of prosperity. For some of you, you may even be traveling outside your own country as well. Know that you are guided, you are looked after. Some of you may be taking a trip back home at some point too. There's definitely going to be a lot of prosperity rolling in for you though. And the people who have been sending all this nasty energy your way, or who have been trying to make sure that you have no time to care for yourself while telling you that you are not doing enough for them, even though all your time is spent on them and all your energy is spent on them. Those people are now dealing with that themselves, and they're taking it on themselves. Some of them might have already had a shit ton of it heaped on them anyway. And now they're just adding more and more and more karma to themselves, and they can't ever see the wrong of their ways or the ways that they treated their children. There was somebody recently that told me that her children protect her. Fuck. My children don't protect me. I protect my children. When I need to, I stand up and I step up. That's after giving them a chance to do it themselves. And when they do it and people try to say something about them doing it, I step up. And I'm like, oh, no, you don't, because you did this first. You want respect from her, you respect her. Otherwise, she is not entailed to give you that respect. She's not required to. It's still a good idea a lot of times, but she's not required to give you that respect. It's not about respect your elders. It's about respect fucking people. And if you don't want to respect people, you can't fucking expect to get their respect. And what kind of mother expects her children to protect her instead of protecting them? Oh, wait, my mother. That's right. Those are the types of mothers. And I forgive her. But at the same time, there was many times that it almost came to blows between her and one of her particular boyfriends. And me and my sister and brother were jumping in between it and telling him to get out of the house right now. I called the cops a few times too when that happened. What else are you supposed to do? I don't got nobody around to protect me. I never have throughout my whole fucking life except for my spiritual team. And the belief in that wavered back and forth a lot through my younger years, although it was pretty solid at that point. At the same time, I didn't have the same understanding as I do now as much. Luring's a good one yesterday. So anyway, you're rolling into prosperity. You're finding peace again. You're at peace with your decisions. You're feeling good about yourself. You're not feeling like anybody else needs to control your decisions. You're not feeling like, I feel like a lot of you were just completely fucking abandoned and left out in the cold by everybody you love and care about. And you've had no one or nothing for a very long time. And it's just felt so cold and lonely and heartbreaking. And you've been scared and nervous. There's been a lot of things going on around you. There's been people that have attacked you or gossiped about you or rumored about you, whatever the case may be. There's been people who've tried to abuse you. There's been people who have tried to step on you. There's been people who have tried to take advantage of you. And you could even be in a position where you have very, very little. And there's people stealing from you or taking advantage of you or stomping on you and making you feel small, or like what you have to offer to the table isn't valuable enough because it's not a money-based option. And you're just sick of it. But at the same time, that sick of it energy is bringing you to a place where you're ready to let go. And you're ready to just be at peace with the way things are right now, to live in the moment more, to enjoy your life more, to sing more, to dance more, to be happy, to get outside and doing something. And then you're going to be really seeing things very clearly. And the future is prosperous for you. Because of all the things that you have done for others around you, those things are going to come back to you. And those prayers for those people that you have said, that's extra bonus right there. The sending them healing energy. That healing energy also stops them from trying to do it again when they're done this time. Because that's what they need most. They need healing. And they're going to end up doing it and doing it and doing it until they hurt themselves or others around them instead of just letting it go. They could be very stubborn. They could be very prideful. This could also even be the youngest child, and this youngest child may have been somebody who's a little bit extra doted on compared to everybody else, but that comes in good ways and bad ways. It also makes the one that's neglected a little jealous sometimes too, but it also makes the one that is doted on, overly protected, helicopter parent above them, constantly focused on them and what they're doing and where they're going and why they're not getting their homework done, and nobody else is having that same issue with those parents because this is the only one that is important. And at the same time, that fucking position of importance can feel very pressurized, like we were talking about earlier. And it could be a brother's wife and him where they're having those problems with manipulation, possessiveness, controlling, and maybe even possibly hitting people or something like that. Corpse bride. Oh, damn. Anyway, that's what I have for you guys. I really hope you enjoyed this reading. I would love to hear what you thought about it in the comments below, whether or not it resonated, what you might be going through. Really appreciate you guys so very much. And thank you so much for being here right now, guys. Thank you for your likes, shares, comments, subscribes, your donations to Cash App, PayPal, and Amazon wishlist, as well as the super thanks button down there. I really appreciate each and every one of you who does anything to support this channel. Thank you so much for that. And I hope you guys have a beautiful night or day, whatever it is, wherever you are, when you're watching. Bye-bye, guys. So, pile one. It's a good thing there's no lapses in memories. Some of you guys might be having some lapses in memories in some sort of way here. Stand up and defend yourself. Defend your rights. Protecting yourself, protecting those you love, protecting your children possibly for some of you. Protecting children in general. So you guys could be going into like, you guys could be a social worker. You could be protecting children from a church and some of the like sex trafficking pastors out there or something along those lines, because yeah, that's been coming up a lot lately. You guys are going to be looking in the mirror as you pray. You guys are going to be really starting to understand where some of the extra strong fear and anxiety is coming from. Some of you guys could be really connected to a very toxic religious belief set or system that was shoved down your throat and you were kind of indoctrinated with it as a child. Somebody may also be trying to... Somebody may break into your house at night, or may... somebody may end up having to defend someone at their house at night, or somebody may end up... there may be somebody who gets shot in some sort of way around you. P. Mag Remington. 6.5 millimeter. You're a very deep person. You're really enjoying life right now. You're enjoying life. You may be taking a break from the dating world for some of you as well. You're looking in the mirror and seeing such a beautiful, amazing person. You're seeing yourself as a queen. You're seeing yourself as the it thing. Some of you may even be getting braver with being able to show yourselves off a bit more. There could definitely be a child somewhere that is being hurt church. Somebody may find out about something that has been going on in the church. A Time to Kill is coming to mind. Great movie. If you've never seen it, I love that movie. It was one of my favorite movies when I was like 10, 11 years old because I was being molested at home myself. So, it was a good movie. Although it did make you think that if you told anybody, nothing was going to happen and everybody was going to destroy your life. So, I mean, that could be a bad thing in some ways too, but the movie industry is kind of making up for it these days, guys. Self-confidence, strong self-belief and a sense of worth. And you can't just destroy history because, there's things like that. Anyway, it's good to know those things like that so you know what you don't want to go back to. Because I was only in like the 60s. Imagine that. 60 years ago. That's all it was. And they were raping a 10-year-old black girl. And it was two white guys from the South raping a 10-year-old black girl. And just fucking her up. Her whole everything. She couldn't even have kids afterwards. She was half dead, half blind, all kinds of other shit. And her father just knew that they were going to get off, and they would have got off at that point in time. There's no way around that. They would have gotten off at that point in time. And he went and down to that courthouse, and he stood in a closet, and he waited. And as soon as they passed by, he hopped out, and he shot them both. And sadly, when his daughter needed him most, he was in jail. And at the same time, he had a damn good lawyer who ended up making sure that he didn't have to stay there. He got to go home with his family. May even be somebody else's child that somebody's protecting. You could be, for some of you, it might actually be that you're going to be like writing a story or a book, or you're going to be, maybe even confessing to someone so they can mirror back what they see in you. Or somebody could be confessing to you. Somebody could be confessing to you and not expecting the way that you're going to react. Love charm. Attract a lover, soulmate, or life partner. Self-confidence. Strong self-belief and a sense of worth. Somebody may actually be listening to you and believing you after so long of talking to yourself and not, you're definitely going to be loving yourself more too. And that's why. You're going to be looking in the mirror and loving you. So the world is going to reflect back to you what you see in the mirror every day. And that's what you're going to see in the world around you. So you're feeling really good about yourself right now. You're going to be attracting an amazing lover, one who's actually going to believe the things that you have to say about your past or the abuse you suffered, or believe, there's something about believing things here. And we're only 25% of the way through a quarter. The quarter moon could have something to do with it too. Three of Swords. You could be extremely heartbroken, or you could have been extremely heartbroken about the past. Maybe you're just now to the point where you are getting over this heartbreak. You're learning from it. You're growing from it. You may have even written out the things that you needed to write out about this heartbreak. You may be feeling very sad, very hurt right now, very depressed right now. You may be feeling a little bit impulsive right now. There could actually be something that you know about that is very dangerous, or something that you know about that is going on that you just can't take anymore, because it's like there's no proof, but and it's there. And there's going to be a transformation in this situation. There may even be a transformation in the people around you as well, or the people from your past who didn't believe you before. There may have been something that happened that now they're like, holy shit, they were right. Somebody's path could be aligned with vigilante justice in some sort of way. And I'm going to say angels were warriors. They weren't just peaceful beings. They were warriors. And I'm not saying I agree or disagree with that, But as I've said before on this channel, I do know that I have a shadow side. And if the right circumstances presented themselves, then yes, I could probably do that too. I'm almost certain that I could do that too. And so, right now, I feel like with your money and finances, that's going to be coming up dramatically. It hasn't quite made it there yet, but it's going to be coming in. And I feel like a lot of it may be to do with after you end this or after you let it go. Maybe you're even supposed to write it down, write a book. You might be moving. You might be getting ready to leave the place that you're at. You may be feeling like this is just it and it's time because you're done just waiting around for nothing to ever happen. When is my life going to get started? I'm just sitting here and nobody around here likes me. Nobody cares. Nobody supports me. What am I doing in this fucking place that just keeps attacking me and hurting me and draining me? That could be part of it too. You could be getting ready to leave because you have had a lot of people just out for blood around you. It's like they can smell the healer on you. They can smell the prosperity that's getting ready to come in on you. And they're ready to just, look, there's a shark here with a mermaid. You're getting ready to just come eat this little mermaid. The little mermaid. Wait a second. Under the sea, down where it's wetter, that's where it's better. Take it from me. Under the sea, under the sea. So, there may be somebody in your ear right now telling you, oh, it's much better to stay here. Oh, it's much better to stay here. Oh, it's much better to stay here. Don't go chasing waterfalls. Please stick to the rivers and the lakes that you're used to. I know you're gonna have it your way or nothing at all. But I think you're moving too fast. So, yeah, there could definitely, it could even be a parental figure. It could be an ex. It could be, there could be a lot of people just wanting you to think smaller than you are right now. And there could also be other people that are just concerned and worried about you and trying to warn you about what might happen if you decide to just take off half-cocked. They want you to take a minute to kind of heal some of the emotional turmoil you got going on. Write it down, put it in some art, whatever the case may be. And this will help you to heal it, transmute it. And then you can take action to protect and defend those that you love. This could even be a shark like swimming around this little mermaid, protecting her. There could be somebody that is protecting you while you're sleeping as well. That wants to make sure that you are protected while you're sleeping. There's definitely something going on, possibly even under the cover of night. Trades, things like that going on. Some of you could actually be journalists or reporters, or some of you could be hunters. Oh, like bounty hunters, or like headhunters. What's that? Reinforcements? I don't know. Some of that may make sense. Some of you could be soldiers or medics in the military. And some of you may have even had to defend yourself. People don't realize a lot of times that a lot of the people that are in active duty like that are out in the field, regardless of whether or not they're the gun-toting soldiers or the tech guys or the medical people, they generally tend to have to take a few lives themselves too. You could be dealing with some people from the military or some people from the cops, police in some sort of way. There could actually be higher ups, even further up the chain, that are watching everything that's going on right now and getting ready to circle in. Circle the posse. It's amazing how many people all over the world can be going through the same thing at once. Never feel like you are alone. Everybody goes through something at some point. And there's a lot of times where we're all going through the same things at the same times on the opposite side of the earth. That's why the internet is such an amazing thing sometimes. It can be an awful thing sometimes, but it can be a really amazing thing sometimes. And connect to people. Put it in the comments, you know, if you feel like you just really need somebody to talk to or whatever, put it in the comments. And, you know, I bet you besides me, there's probably a few others on here that would comment as well. And if not, they would really appreciate it anyway. I know, because I go through and read a lot of those comments sometimes myself, even if I don't comment on them. Well, it's been a little while since I've done a whole lot of that on not my phone. So anyway, that's what I have for you guys. You are going to be coming into some sort of money. This money may be to defend something, or to stand up for something, maybe even suing, or maybe even somebody you love might actually be in the military to where you are getting those benefits. You may be going into healing work, things like that, social work, maybe even therapy or counseling, school counselor, peer counselor, things like that. So that's what I have for you guys, and I really hope you guys enjoyed this reading. I would love to hear what you had to say, whether or not it resonates, what you got going on, all those kinds of things. And I really hope you guys did enjoy it today. Really, honestly. I also want to say thank you guys to each and every one of you who likes, shares, comments, subscribes, leaves timestamps or donations, or hits that little super thanks button. My teeth are not staying glued in very well today. My gums have been shrinking a little extra, so it's been getting a little loose in there. Sorry. Anyway, I keep having like lispy sounds going on when I'm talking at it. I figured I'd say something about it. Anyway, that's why I keep pausing too, because I'm like pushing them back in place. So yeah, I really appreciate you guys. Thank you so much for everything you do to support my channel. And I hope you guys have a beautiful night or day, whatever it is, wherever you are when you're watching. Bye-bye, guys.